My favorite GameCube games that I own. Got 37 of them. Alright, let's go. Waverace, Blue Storm. Now the Waverace game is fantastic compared to, what's that Switch game? I'm gonna look at that Switch game right quick. Where's it at? I know I have it. Compared to this game, Aquamoto Racing Utopia, Waverace is fantastic. Pretty much, it's a jet skiing game. You can tell from the cover. Awesome jet skiing game, fantastic, highly recommended. If you have a GameCube and you don't have it, or if you don't have a GameCube and you're interested in getting a GameCube, pick up Waverace, like from any store that carries physical GameCube games. They should have it because I've actually seen it quite a bit out in the wild. And it's not very expensive at all. Need for Speed Underground, the first one. Don't have the second one yet. Fantastic drifting racing game. It's really good. Second one was actually better, but that one's pretty good too. And it's also a drag racing game as well, if I didn't say that already. I gotta have these games in here. These games are fantastic. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. I love all the video game Harry Potter games. They're action-adventure, platformers, puzzlers. Fantastic, fantastic Harry Potter games. Continuing Harry Potter and the Chamber of Secrets. And then, again, Harry Potter and the Prisoner of Azkaban. That's the end of the Harry Potter ones. I think I'm missing two on the GameCube. Is Goblet of Fire and a Quidditch World Cup game or something like that. Super Mario Sunshine is definitely not Super Mario Odyssey, but it is a fantastic Mario game. The very, very unique thing about it is Flood. He's a water shooting tank thing that you can upgrade. He has different shooters, different ways that it squirts out water. It talks to you. If you don't already know what a Mario game is, especially games like that, it's like a 3D, not open world, but all the levels are very, very opened up. It's a 3D platformer. Now, this is not the original cover for this game, which I do plan to get the original cover. Luigi's Mansion. I just drew up a cover for it, just to prove this is the actual game. Why not? There it is, Luigi's Mansion, but I just don't have the original cover. Had to make up a cover. I think my case is trying to mess up on me a little bit. Yeah, piece of the case broke off. What in the world? Hang on a minute. The case to Luigi's Mansion wouldn't shut, but it's shutting now though. This part of it broke off, but it's okay. The Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Action-adventure platformer. It is a pretty good game. I don't play it too much, but it is pretty good though. Now these ones are really good. I'm still missing one action-adventure platformers for these two games coming up. Scooby-Doo, Night of 100 Frights. I'm missing Mystery Mayhem. I don't have that one. Scooby-Doo Unmasked. But I definitely plan on getting Mystery Mayhem as soon as I can. Casper Spirit Dimensions is an action-adventure platformer. Except instead of running on a world and jumping, you're flying because you're a ghost. So it's really good though, because It's pretty fun playing as Casper, flying around in the levels and doing puzzles and stuff like that. It's pretty good. Now, I'm not sure how the reviews are on this game, but I really enjoy it. It's really fun. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. There's a second and third one as well. I only have this one only. And then they came out with a TMT one, which was a kind of like a reboot animated film that they made. But it's kind of like a sequel to the original films. But I don't have that game either. But this one's really good. It's an action-adventure platformer. Those games are fun. Action-adventure platformers are fun. I really like them. Tak, The Power of Juju. I've played a little bit of 2 and 3. I also have one on the Wii, but this is the GameCube right now that we're talking about. Action-adventure platformer. Awesome series. Fantastic. And they also came out with a cartoon TV show on Nickelodeon. I watched maybe 1 or 2 episodes. It wasn't too bad. I think it's the same voice actors as well from the games. Ty, the Tasmanian Tiger. Action-adventure platformer. Fantastic series. I have all 3 of them, but I'm only just going to put the first one in my set for my video. Because I'm focusing on trying to beat the first one right now. This is my next favorite. No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. I had to do that. That was Winnie the Pooh's Rumbly Tumbly Adventures, but no. Ice Age 2: The Meltdown is an action-adventure platformer. Fantastic game. It has the same voice actors from the film. Awesome. Now these 3 games are hated on very much, but I really enjoy them. Spyro: Enter the Dragonfly. I really like them. It's really good. Spyro: A Hero's Tale. They play like normal Spyro games. They're action-adventure platformers, puzzlers. No, this one's definitely hated on for sure. The Legend of Spyro: A New Beginning. And Spyro is voiced by Elijah Wood, famously known as playing Frodo Baggins in the Lord of the Rings films, and also bits and pieces of the first and third Hobbit film. Now, they came out with a second and third one in this series, but they did not release on GameCube. I think they released on Wii and PlayStation 3. And I'm not sure about anything else, though. Awesome action-adventure game right here. Pokemon XD, Gale of Darkness. Fantastic Pokemon game. Spoilers for this game. You can actually catch Pokemon from trainers, steal them. But the only thing that you do about that, you have this snatcher machine, and the Pokemon are shadow Pokemon, and you have to catch them and steal them in order to save them and revive them from their shadow forms. Awesome game. And it's an action-adventure platformer, 3D Pokemon game. It's really good. Billy Hatcher and the Giant Egg. If you don't know what this is, and it's from the creator of the Sonic games, as you see out there, Sonic. It's an action-adventure platformer, puzzler, mainly a puzzler. You play as him, who's dressed in a chicken costume, and you push around a chicken egg, of course. His name is Billy Hatcher as well, so definitely fantastic classic game. Sonic Mega Collection. They came out with a Sonic Gems collection as well, but I do not have that one. It's got all the original games from the Sega Genesis on here. And the Gems collection's got tons more as well, but they're on like the Sega CD and stuff like that. It's very cool. Now, this is not the best version of this game, in my opinion. I rather play the original Sonic Adventure DX Director's Cut. The original was on the Dreamcast. I love this game. Action-adventure platformer puzzler. I love that Sonic game. It's fantastic. I first played it on the Dreamcast at Toys R Us when they had the demo up and running. Fantastic game. Beautiful graphics at the time of the Dreamcast. The sequel, Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. I enjoyed this one as well, but I prefer Sonic Adventure, the first one. But that's also an action-adventure platformer. This one also is, but it's a little bit different. Sonic Heroes. You play on teams. It's like there's a Team Bros, Team Chaos. I can't say that. And Team Dark. It's that word right there. CHAOTIX. I can't think of those characters' names, but you can pick them on teams, and you play three characters at the same time, switch between them, and it's like a regular Sonic game, except it's different. Basically, what it is. This one is a different Sonic-like game. Except this one's called Shadow the Hedgehog. Shadow is pretty violent in this game. He actually tries to kill Sonic with guns, and you ride on motorcycles and all kinds of other vehicles. Really good game. It's fantastic, actually. The Legend of Zelda Collector's Edition, which contains The Legend of Zelda, the original on the NES, its sequel, Zelda 2, The Adventure of Link, the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, and the Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask, if I'm pronouncing it right, and also a demo for Wind Waker. Awesome collection. I actually got 2 copies of that. It's actually kind of like an expensive game. I actually found out in the wild, and I wasn't cheap, but I got it. It wasn't $100. I can tell you that. It was less than that. The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time 2 game bonus disc, which comes with Master Quest, which is basically Ocarina of Time but harder. Action adventure platformers. Now, I think the Adventure of Link is more like a side scroller, but the majority of the Zelda games are action adventure platformer puzzlers. The Legend of Zelda 4 Swords Adventures. Fantastic series. Fantastic game. It's a little bit different. You play as 4 Links at the same time, unless you want to play with four friends. You, yourself, and 3 other friends is what I meant. And you can also hook up with a Game Boy Advance up to your GameCube and play it like that. Pretty cool game. Of course, The Legend of Zelda Wind Waker. Awesome game. Just got an HD release on Wii U, which is actually a pretty good version. Same goes with this. The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. Awesome game. Love this game. And they did an HD release on Wii U. The Lord of the Rings, The Two Towers. Action adventure platformer. These Lord of the Rings games are fantastic. This one is not the original cover, but this is from Rhino Video Games, which is a store that's no longer around anymore. This is Beautiful Joe, the first one. I plan on getting the original cover. Beautiful Joe 2, the sequel. This is an action adventure side scroller. Awesome game. The graphics are set up like a comic book. It's awesome. It's kind of like a beat 'em up style game as well. It's fantastic. The graphics are very cool. Batman Begins. Awesome Batman game. Action adventure, platformer, beat 'em ups, puzzler. That's what normally all the Batman games are. Resident Evil 4. I have most of them on GameCube except for Code Veronica X, but this is my favorite. And a lot of people say Resident Evil 4 is their favorites. Well, Resident Evil 4 is also my favorite. Last game. Disney presents Pixar film The Incredibles. Action adventure platformer puzzler. Fantastic game. They also came out with a sequel. But now we have a sequel film. But the sequel game was like a direct sequel to the original film. So I think the second film is as well, which I have not seen it. I know it's terrible. I have not seen it. But I think the games are a little bit different though. But this one is based off of the first film. But the sequel game is like a totally new story. But this is Auckland. If you enjoy my content, please hit the subscribe button and like button also. And share with your friends if you don't mind. And also comment, ask me a question, or just put a comment down in the journal. And I'll do my best to answer it. But this is my favorite GameCube games that I own. Alright, thank you so much. Bye.